there, Chris and Jeff with Legendary Customs based all across Wisconsin. We did a review on a pulley system, and laying on the ground right now is that pulley system fully laid out. Take and go back in the other videos to see the full review on it, but it is an awesome system that Jeff is about ready to install.
So here we have our LS engine that is from Blueprint Engines. They built 2 of them. Their valve covers are kind of cool. These things are way in the way, but BPE, obviously, Blueprint Engines, 535 horsepower. They come with everything that you need for like the water pump and the bottom pulley. Everything else, wire harness and such, is totally separate. We purchased it as a package, so it came together, but it is not an item that is traditionally sent with the engines. Jeff is putting it all together. We took off the brand new water pump that came from Blueprint Engines because in this kit from CVF comes a different water pump because their pulley system is totally different. They have a 6 ridge vent or belt from Blueprint Engines, and theirs is an 8 ridge belt. So a lot more, 30% more pulling power, if you will, so it doesn't slip. Anyway, this is everything laid out. This is the main bracket that hangs the accessories off of the engine. Jeff is going to put it on. Are you excited about this next step?
Looking forward to it.
So anyway, there it is. Remember, use Loctite. Remember, torque everything down properly. All those things are important when you're putting this system together. And remember, at least with our situation, it is an aluminum block, so you don't want to stress things out and really wrench them down with the torque because you don't want to strip out that block. But this is a 6.2 LS. Kind of a nice system. They put the ID tag right there, so if you ever have a warranty, it's easy to see versus hidden on the back of the engines. You know, a lot of times they're back in here and you can't see them from the firewall. And we are hooked up with a 4L60E transmission. This thing should get down the road just fine.
1958 Chevy Cameo. We are building it 100% to the original factory specifications. It was hard specifications to meet, but we did it. Keep watching.
This being red, we'll definitely need to get paint down there.
Sound. That is red. Holy shnikes.
All right, so here's where we are. We have a gas tank that was built for this truck, supposedly. We have the braces that I know were built for this truck. But for this gas tank and this brace to work together, we had to cut out to clear the tank. Now, people ask me all the time why I can't give an exact number to build these vehicles. This one piece is a great example. So we could move the tank and hang it from the bottom. We would gain 1/8 of an inch. We had to take out a half. But we hung the tank on the top of the frame because it would be more supportive for the tank. So you need a 1/2 inch, you can gain an 1/8 inch, you're gonna have to cut it anyway. So something like this, took both of us, measuring it out. Jeff cut it, I cleaned up the edge because I wanna weld this back on, because we took strength out of here. I wanna weld this back on to make sure the bed doesn't sag. It took an hour and a half times 2, so 3 hours just to do that little thing. Now, take that, that's one component of thousands. Take what we did times 50 surprises. That's 150 hours, 200 hours that we didn't even plan on. So, that is why when you're building a custom vehicle, or in this case, this is pretty stock except for the engine and the transmission, well, and the 4-link and the independent front suspension and the power steering and the power brakes and the brakes up on the firewall versus, so okay, it's not
stock.
that, it's not that stock, but there's just little things that are little that add up over a whole project. Yeah, so 3 hours to cut and do it right versus whatever. Anyway, long and short, the 1958 Chevy Cameo, the reason why we're cutting this is because today we're going to be assembling the bed on the frame and we are making headway. That is why we are doing what we're doing. So it's all cut. It has the clearance. Jeff is going to weld these on and we will keep rocking and rolling. I was showing this to Jeff today. When I go into the parts store or whatever, people look at me like, what in the hell? You know, it's kind of shabby and it's from welding.
Maybe you need some welding gloves.
Maybe I need some rubber gloves. Leather gloves.
Welding gloves.
Welding gloves. Any kind of gloves. You should invent something like that, woman.
I'm just gonna get you the grilling glove now and you can just make that work.
It's only in the winter. In the summer, I'm wearing a short sleeve.
So then your arms look like that.
You know, no, it's weird. The weld slag will hit you and it'll bounce off. The only time it really effing hurts is when it falls down in your shoe. Because it's in your shoe. And I'll be across the frickin' floor and Zach or Jeff will be welding. I'll be in a totally different spot of the shop and it seems like that shit finds my shoe. We see if it fits. You're worried? Of course it's gonna fit. Shit happened. It fit the first time from the factory, didn't it? Yeah. Awesome. And for the first time, assembly has begun. Today was a great day. A lot of parts got out of bodywork, paint, and now assembly.
Red box.
Red box, there's a lot to do. We did something a little bit different with this one. Most of the boxes that are red, the red follows all the way through and comes out to this point here. We cut it off at the 90 degrees, so when the box is closed, the inside will look red, and the outside won't have this crazy little red line all the way around it, so the outside will look white. It's not how it came from the factory, but there's a lot of stuff on this that did not come the way it is from the factory. It's a beautiful truck, truly becoming legendary. If you like what you see, hit the like below. Keep following us on our YouTube channel. Subscribe, appreciate that. And believe it or not, when you do comment below, that helps us a lot. So we appreciate that. Long day, I'm tired, going home. But man, oh man, exciting. Things are coming along great.